It's so brilliant to be here today and to be invited to be part of Tech23. Thanks, Rachel. So one thing that I've noticed in the past few minutes, especially a few latecomers have come in, is that the space people are among you today. So there are people from the Australian Space Agency, many of the large satellite operators around town, and we've also got the New South Wales Government Space Committee here as well. So we're among you. And what I want to what I want to ask you first is, what was that moment in time that brought you here today? And I'm not just thinking about, okay, I thought that I'd get up and then catch the bus and then come down. What I'm talking about is that moment in your past which really propelled you and gave that all your momentum to get to this point. And that point for me was when I was age 12 and I watched the movie Star Wars. I found it super inspiring, and it's brought me all the way here. I never liked maths and science until I watched that movie. In particular, I love asteroids, and it's because of the potential that they have, particularly in asteroid mining. This asteroid that you see on the screen behind me was imaged just 1 month ago. It was sent there by the Japanese Hayabusa mission, and this image was taken from its surface, from a little lander that dropped there. What's really annoying is that this is only the 13th asteroid that we've ever visited in all of human existence. And so during my PhD, I asked the question, how can we visit more than 13 asteroids in just 1 year? And I came up with a solution. It was all documented. The idea was we had a really small satellite that would just remain in Earth orbit and wait for asteroids to come to it, and then it would investigate them right up close. It sounds super intuitive, but no one in the space industry had ever thought of this before. And so an executive from Blue Origin, Jeff Bezos' space company, flew me out to Israel to talk about this with the space community. But after going through UNSW's Founder 10X program earlier this year, we quickly found out that the market's too immature for this. But through the same process and through going through a few other forums around town, we quickly learned that there are other problems out there that the same technology could help solve. So I'll talk about those today. So up behind me, we have 4 images. They're all timed in a row, taken about 10 minutes apart. And each one is various stages of an explosion of a satellite in orbit. This particular satellite services Indonesia. And as soon as it started exploding, there were 17,000 ATMs that just stopped working in Indonesia. And an astronaut just walked in. And sorry, I lost my train of thought. That was a bit of a geek. That was a nerding out moment. Yeah, just so you know. So 17,000 ATMs went down. It was really horrible for all those people trying to get money out of their ATMs. And what's really terrible is that even though the satellite cost $500 million, there is still, and it was insured, there's still the insurance ongoing. And what we look to do with our technology is to get up close to these satellites and understand the problems, preferably before the satellites explode. And we do this using technology that we built in-house. So this is a virtual model stripped back that you see behind me. It's called the Hero 1, and it's a nanosatellite. It's about the size of a shoebox. Now, this nanosatellite, there are hundreds in orbit today, in low Earth orbit. But the way this particular one is different is that it's got a little thruster at the back to help propel it in high Earth orbit. It's got special radiation mitigation. It's got GPS that works above the GPS layer of satellites. And it's got the control systems to make it all work together. And we've been talking with a whole bunch of people about the ways that we could utilize this technology now and in the immediate future. So for now, there's geo spacecraft health checks. There's also space situational awareness. We're working with DSC Group and the Royal Australian Air Force and making that work. And in the future, there's live coverage of space missions. Imagine if you could watch SpaceX as it goes around the moon. We're demonstrating our first mission in 2020. We've already got agreements in place. And we want to talk to you if you're interested in investing in the space community. We want you to come on our journey, and we want you to help us strategize for our financial future. Thanks so much.